Hello and welcome to Jackups. That's right, Jackup Facts by the head sea gardener. You'll join me here with our last diagram showing you that they jack up out of the water. Nice and easy, that. Nice and easy to understand. And here's a picture. Here's a picture of some legs because I like it. And it's silly. We are going on a tour of two jackups. One is the biggest, the tallest jackup in the world, the shelf drilling Basque, and another jackup which is currently in the UAE and is quite delightful. And here we are at a jacking up operation, and this is not a drilling rig, so you can fuck off. I know it's not a drilling rig, but here we see the boys building scaffold as we jack up. Now, the reason why we jack up is so we can be stable in water, in shallower water. Mentioned before in one of my videos, got to go up out of the water so we're nice and stable. Here you can go see this rig jacking up right to the top of the legs. This one has four legs. It's a good one, this one. And this could be accommodation barge or something along those lines. Weighs 20,000 tons. That's a lot, but quite a decent sized jack up rig, but not a drilling jack up. And here she comes back. Hello and welcome to our first drilling jackup rig, the tallest drilling jackup rig in the world. Now, why is it the tallest? Because it has the longest legs. The legs here on they are 150 meters. If you look at this technical data sheet behind me, it'll tell you all about the jackup. Very good jackup. This built in 2016, still operating in Norway. Very good jackup. Lots of interesting stuff on this jackup. Operating weather, cold weather, and you'll see why. You'll see why in the video coming up. A little disclaimer. Around about 2022, Noble, you'll see lots of Noble signs, sold this jackup to Shelf Drilling for around about 75 million. $75 million. And welcome to the Shelf Drilling Basque. What you're looking at here is the tallest drilling rig in the entire world. And what we are doing here, the operation is we are doing a rig move. A rig move. We are pulling this rig out of the dockyard. With the tugs, you can see the tugs just getting ready. Still some mooring lines there. Don't want to pull too hard with the tugs, might break it. Now, why this rig is good for cold weather. Why is it good? Well, if you have a look at the big blue things on the derrick, that's the tower. On the derrick is the tower in the middle. They stop wind. We call them wind walls. And they protect us in cold weather because Norway, this rig is now in Norway. You do not want to be in the elements. Those things there, the wind walls, in the elements in Norway. Very cold, very cold. Okay, here we got some more interesting information. Couple of cranes here, couple of cranes, good for lifting stuff. We use those all the time. You've got a knuckle boom crane there. Knuckle boom basically allows you to articulate the crane. There's the wind wall again. Wind wall, good for weather. Not Noble, it's now Shelf. Okay, and here we have the tugs. These are tugs. We're now pulling her out of the dockyard in Singapore. And what's that? That's the heli deck. Heli deck, yes. Heli deck, that's where we get the helicopters from. And oh, look, they're lifeboats. If everything goes not well, let's say a major emergency, we have to get in the lifeboat. And here we have a representation of the BOP aboard the Bosque, And this is a Cameron TL. Ooh, there are many of these. These are the backbone of the drilling industry, especially aboard jackups. 15,000 PSI rated to, basically a workhorse. unbreakable. I've tried to break many of these. These things are incredible. We'll see on the next slide why. I'll give you a little bit of information, but this is our monster. A bit difficult to work on. Not gonna lie, a bit of manual labor with a deal. But infallible, infallible. These things are flipping tough. Like they keep on chugging. What have we got here? We've got a couple of blind flanges. Those are little round things at the front. And, okay, and like the silver connections, the brown silver connections, they are for operating the BOP. They essentially, we pump either hydraulic fluid or something called aerofon, which is a lot better for the environment. The aerofon is water-based, and that's how we operate the BOP. You can just about see the close signs above the connections, the hydraulic connections. Um, we're moving away from hydraulic oil to operate BOPs because the industry is changing. So don't worry about that, environmentalists. Keeping an eye on it for you. And here we have more of an accurate representation of a Cameron TL and a technical data sheet as well. Some interesting stuff there. Tandem boosters. Mentioned that before. Boost. They basically give you more power to shut the BOP in case of emergencies. What other stuff have we got there? Increased shearing and sealing capacity. Like I said, these things are bulletproof. Difficult to work on. Difficult to work on. What you're seeing in this picture as well is the BOP, and then you've got the annular above it. The blue thing, that probably is the gate valve, some description. I'd have to have a closer look at it to tell you what that is, and choke or kill maybe. Yellow things, they're the cranes. We lift this in and out of position with a crane hooks there. What else we got? I think you've got all the information there you need. That walkway. You've got a walkway there so we can, do some maintenance. Flange connection, 18 and 3/4. That's got a ring gasket in it. Good stuff. I see other reduced downtime. Well, yes, maybe. That means they believe there's reduced downtime with these things, but they do take a lot of manual labor. And but I do like them. I do like them. If you've got one of these, you're good. And Aha! Now we are back to the rig move operation on the Basque. On the Basque, and what's happening here? We've got four tugs, all pulling this rig out of Singapore, most likely Singapore. Ooh, look at that big shot there of all the beautiful ships and FPSOs and everything, and back to it. Back to it, you've got a very technical operation. It's actually you can lose stability at any point. So we take a lot of care and time over this. I've been on one of these things. If imagine this, it's a very flat hull, so it can lose stability. It's very high as well, 150 meters above it. So we take this very slowly. Oh, now we've got some interesting stuff happening now. So what's happening here is a heavy lift barge is coming over. You can see it in the foreground. It's coming over and it's sinking down underneath the jackup, and then it's going to lift the jackup and take it probably to Norway. Okay, there we go. You can see it offshore heavy transport. Yes, very interesting stuff. It's been on one of these. Everybody's very nervous. Everybody's getting very nervous. There you go. Tug is still on it, keeping stability. Now you can see they've lifted the jackup out of the water. Incredible engineering involved in this. Incredible engineering. And what have we got here? Yes, you pan shot of the jackup. There you go. You can see. Oh, there it is. Hawk has lifted the whole jackup. Oh, what? Maybe 20, 30,000 tons out of the water and is going to transport it somewhere else because you cannot use a jackup for long distance only because it will fall over invariably. And what we've got here is actually a jackup, jacking up again. But jackups don't just jack up. They use something called a cantilever deck. You can see it now, cantilevering out. Now, why do they have one of these? Well, a little bit technical, as you know, balance is one. It also takes the major danger away from the accommodation. So that's the derrick, the naughty derrick. That's where we do all the drilling and the well control. And now we're skidding across. We're skidding across. And now we see the BOP being lowered down onto the wellhead. But this is not any wellhead. It is a surface wellhead, not subsea. And welcome aboard the Shao Shanghai Long Jackup, currently in Dubai. And you can see the cantilevered out and skidded, probably working currently offshore in Dubai. A good jackup, this one. Here we go on the jackup with the funny name, Xiaolong or something. Beautiful jackup, this one. Here we go. What are we seeing? A little fisherman vessel. Not sure about that. Why that is there? Anyway, moving on. That's the jack-up leg. Maybe ballasting there, or pumping seawater in and out of the ballast tank. Nope, all back on the heli deck. A couple of the boys keeping fit here, keeping fit. We do have gyms. We do have gyms on jack-up rigs. But it's nice to go for a run in the open air. Okay, the back end of the cantilever deck there. You can see the various knuckle boom cranes. And we've got the derrick, big derrick, that one. And oh, Billy Pew, that's how we sometimes get on and off a rig if we are not using a helicopter. It's a Billy Pew. I don't know why they're doing that, but yes. And what have we got here? Yes, the Zhao Zhang Hai Long jackup. There it is. Oh, what have we got here? Lifeboat davit. Lifeboat. We mentioned them before. We lower the lifeboats down with them in an emergency. We do test them. We do test them regularly. There we go. Look at that. Here's the lifeboat going down. Bye bye, lifeboat. We don't get in them. We run them up and down. Sometimes we get in them, but it's not advisable. Oh yes, safety precautions aboard a jack-up rig. PPE, very important stuff. Pinch points. We hate pinch points. We're always telling people about pinch points in the offshore industry, so we don't trap our fingers. Oh, oh, H2S now. On this jackup in Dubai, we have big problems with H2S, so everybody has a H2S gas mask. What have we got here? A bit more of the cantilever deck. Pipe skid. Oh, drill pipe, the drilling side. There you go. The boys love the drill pipe. Always measuring it. Always measuring drill pipe. Need to know how long it is. Oh, well, we're in the doghouse. We're in the doghouse. That is the driller's chair. That is a cyber chair. Oh, very fancy one. Very fun. Oh, now we're talking. This is well controlled. Oh, no, no. Straight onto the drawworks. Drawworks, that's how we lift the top drive up and down. Up and down. Very, very strong. A lot of torque in drawworks. A lot of torque. A lot of massive amounts of torque. A bit more of the derrick there. What do we got there? A bit of a crane hook. Crane hook. Um, yeah, okay, now we are heading inside the jackup. Now we're heading inside. This is the accommodation. This is the accommodation where we all live. Oh, yeah, corridor. Good. Like it. Corridor. Nice and clean. Well done for cleaning. And some stairs, very important stairs for different levels of the accommodation. Yeah, now we're looking in someone's room. Hello, what have you got in there? Yes, that's where we live. Um, normally you don't sleep with the same guy at the same time. Normally it's 12 hours on, 12 hours off, and you get your own room. You don't have to sleep in the same room. Oh, now we're talking. Oh, yeah, we got the food now. I love the food. Food's pretty good on this one. They did a good job, healthy stuff there, not too much fried food. Good camp boss on this particular rig. Ah, yes, that's what keeps the rig going. The coffee and the nicotine is essentially how we manage to work 12 hours a day. And coronavirus, that was a terrible time on oil rigs. I spent massive amounts of time on an oil rig. Um, that's permit management. Yeah, pretty boring stuff, I'll be honest. Man riding, that's quite funny. We'll talk about man riding next time.